Hey, what's up guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about what are the best shotguns to use in Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, I made a video on how you're going to be winning more shotgun fights, but I didn't really specifically tell you guys what shotguns are the best to use. Now, I'm going to give you my personal opinion, and you're going to be able to judge which ones that you would like, because I'm going to be telling you about each 3 shotguns. Now, there are a total of 3. There is the attack, the pump, and the heavy shotgun, and they can all be comboed. I'm going to be talking about each shotgun and what are the best combos to you in my opinion. So starting off with the tack. The tack comes in uncommon, common, and rare. So common, uncommon, and rare. And I'm going to be starting off with the pros for the shotgun. So the pros for this shotgun are they're very common. You will usually find them in the game. It's not like a heavy shotgun where you may not find one. And it's just, you can have a high chance of killing somebody if you suck with shotguns with this gun, because you're able to fire off a bunch of shots at once, and quickly, one after the other, you can shoot. And say you're gonna miss a shot, you can easily, quickly get the other shot off, if you know what I mean. So, attack shotgun can shoot very fast. It can do 150 headshot damage, which is a very high amount of headshot damage. So you can potentially 2-shot somebody, and you can easily find this weapon. So those are probably the best 3 pros for this shotgun. There's not many pros and cons for each gun, so I'm going to be kind of quickly getting through this. The cons for the shotgun are it can do 7 damage, potentially. The damage for all these shotguns are very inconsistent and not fun when you hit 7 damage off somebody, and it's just not a lot of fun to happen for that to happen. Yeah, so damage sucks when it comes to this thing, but you can also potentially, obviously, get shots off very fast and get good shots, good damage shots. Another con is that this thing can't one-shot somebody, which sucks, but a lot of guns can't one-shot somebody, but when it comes to a shotgun, you can't kill somebody that has 200 damage, and that is the pump's, best part of the pump, but we'll get into that in a minute. So, another con is that this thing is very unreliable. It can do a lot of damage, not do a lot of damage, and yeah, so the attack is kind of easy to get through, but the pump is a whole nother story. So the pump, we're going to be starting off, or continuing with, it's very good. I pick this thing up almost every game. I rarely never use a pump, and the reason I love the pump so much is that because it can do 200 damage. Someone can be full health, full shield, and you can just destroy them with it. They won't even know what hit them when you kill somebody with 200 damage, and it's the most annoying thing to happen to a player. So, pro is that it can do 200 damage. It can do 90 damage to a body shot, which is great. So you can shoot somebody with a pump and then finish them off with maybe even 1 shot with an AR, which is great if they don't have shield. And headshots, you're usually going to be getting a lot of damage off. There's rare occasions where you may not, but that's a con for later. And yeah, so like I said, cons now. Cons are that this thing can have a lot of screw over for you, because this thing may literally kill you so many times that you may not want to pick this thing up, but you always end up doing it because of the 200 damage thing. So, con is that this thing has weapon delay, and weapon delay was added a couple weeks ago, where basically you pull out this gun extremely slow for no reason. It sucks. Anyways, the weapon delay is always going to get you killed one way or another. It sucks. And the way that the pump used to be, where you can pull it out so fast, was amazing, but now it sucks, and I always question myself, am I going to die to this pump because of the weapon delay? And another thing is its rate of fire. It takes forever for you to have to cock this thing and then be able to shoot it again after shooting it once, and that's where kind of the double pump came from, and the pump tack, and all sorts of things like that. It's just sucks how slow this thing, but it has to be a balanced way in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, so Another con is probably just like every other shotgun is the like inconsistent damage. It's always gonna screw you somehow. You may even do no headshot damage when you think you did, or you may do 20 headshot damage. It sucks. So now getting into my favorite out of the three shotguns are the heavy shotgun. Heavy shotgun is a lot of fun to use because it simply is just you have that range, which is a very big pro. You can shoot somebody further with it than a pump or attack could, and it's does a lot of damage. Say you were to do 70 damage to an opponent and they were to do 90 damage to you. We're using to a pump. So they're using a pump and you're using a heavy. Which one's going to get the shot off first? Probably the heavy, and you're probably going to win that gunfight. Now, speaking of headshot damage, it can do over 180 headshot damage, so you can basically do the same thing with the pump, how you can switch to a different weapon with the heavy, and also is very good for peak shotting because the fire rate is perfect for this shotgun. It does not take a long time at all for you to have to be able to shoot it again. So you can shoot somebody, go back onto your ramp, and shoot them again very quickly, and it will not screw you over unless you don't do that. You know what I mean? Unless you're just staying out vulnerable and cover. It's very good for peak shotting and all that. So getting into cons are its rarity. It's going to take you forever to find this shotgun unless you find it in a supply drop or a chest. You're probably going to find it off somebody else if you're going to find this gun. It is extremely rare, probably one of the most rarest guns in the game, and by far a lot of fun to use, but it is so rare. And another con is the weapon damage. It can screw you over. It can do not a lot of headshot damage, or it can do extremely good amount of headshot damage. And yeah, so it could either be really good damage or it could really screw you. So that's basically the biggest cons. And also it can be hard to aim with. I see a lot of people missing their shots with this gun because it's got that weird reticle or crosshair, and it's just not, it's like in between the tack and the pump, and it's just different, you know. And I see a lot of people miss their shots, and that's why a lot of people don't pick this weapon up. But I find this gun a lot of fun, and it's kind of just the gun that balances out between the pump and the tack. Usually I may not even run a combo with this gun. And now speaking of combos, we're going to get into the combos that you can do with this weapon. So, combos of all three weapons, you can do pump tack, which is probably my favorite if I don't find a heavy. You can do pump tack, which you can shoot them with the pump first and then finish them off with the tack. Or you can reset and do that all over again. Or you can do double pump if you're one of those people. I am specifically not. Or you can do pump heavy, which is, I don't know, I like it, but I feel like it'd be more useful to do pump tack because of the fact that you can hit somebody with the pump and then immediately spray them with the tack, because you may do enough damage that you don't even need the heavy because it would have that slower delay than the pump, you know what I mean? Or slower delay than the tack. So yeah, pump tack is probably the best combo you're going to get. You can also do just heavy by yourself, or you can try out pump heavy because it's basically not going to screw you over with the damage. The pump heavy is good because it has a higher chance of not really screwing you over doing like 7 damage, but it also might take longer for you to shoot the heavy than the tack, and the opponent may have attack, which can maybe get those lucky headshots off. You know what I mean? So if I were running combos, I would specifically do the pump tack or the pump heavy. I wouldn't really mess around with double tack or tack heavy. I feel like that's kind of useless and all that. So that's shotguns for you. What are the best shotguns? In my opinion, I think the heavy shotgun and the pump shotgun are top two. I'm like 50-50 between each. I may only run one pump one game, or I may only run one heavy one game. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people do 2 heavies. I'm not a fan of that, but you know what I mean. The heavy does not have a weapon delay, which is also another factor I kind of forgot about, but you know what I mean. Pump is kind of the only one that forgets about, that only has that weapon delay that you're going to be worrying about. Anyways, hope you did enjoy the video. If you did find it useful, I'm going to have more coming out. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.